All right, everyone, buckle up because we are diving deep today
Uh-huh.
into some pretty wild stuff. A recent Gallup study found that only 31% of U.S. employees are engaged at work.
Oh, wow.
That is the lowest it has ever been.
Yeah,
We're going to unpack what this means, why it matters, and most importantly, what leaders can do to turn things around.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
So, first off, what does disengaged even mean?
Yeah, so, people often think disengaged just means unhappy.
Right.
But it goes way deeper than that. We're talking about a lack of motivation and emotional investment, feeling disconnected from your work and the
Mhm.
company's mission.
Oh, so you're saying it's not besting, not just like, oh, I'm having a bad day, I don't want to go to work.
Exactly.
Right.
It's more like a fundamental lack of connection and purpose.
And it's not just a small number of people either.
Right. The study found that a full 17% of employees are actively disengaged.
Actively disengaged.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
These are the folks who are not just going through the motions. They might even be undermining their work or the company as a whole. Wow. So it's almost like they're working against the company?
In a sense, yes. It's definitely a toxic situation.
So why should we care about this? Does
Yeah.
it really matter if someone's not, totally in love with their job?
Oh, it absolutely matters. Look, engaged employees are more productive, they're more creative, they provide better customer service, they're more likely to stick around.
Which is super important.
Absolutely, especially in today's market.
Right.
Companies can't afford to have a disengaged workforce.
It's like a car running on fumes.
Yes, exactly.
It might keep sputtering along, but it's not going to perform at its best.
And eventually it's going to break down.
Okay, so disengagement is bad for business.
Yeah.
But what's causing it?
Well, the Gallup study identified some key culprits. Lack of clarity around roles and responsibilities, feeling unsupported by management, and limited opportunities for growth.
So basically, if people feel lost, undervalued, and stuck,
Hmm.
they're going to check out.
Yeah, pretty much. If you don't know where you fit in or how to move forward, why bother putting in the extra effort?
Makes sense to me. But the good news is the Gallup report doesn't just outline the problems. It also offers some solutions.
That's right. They emphasize the importance of strong leadership, creating a thriving company culture, and having effective performance management systems.
Okay, so let's break those down. First up, company culture. What exactly does it mean to define and communicate a clear company culture?
So it's all about creating an environment where people feel connected to a larger purpose,
Okay.
where they understand how their work contributes to something meaningful. And when
Mhm.
people feel aligned with the company's values and they feel seen and heard, they're way more likely to be engaged.
The report actually gave this really great example of a tech company that was struggling with low engagement.
Oh, yeah.
And they turned things around by shifting their culture to one that emphasized innovation and collaboration.
Interesting.
So they,
Yeah.
yeah, and it wasn't just lip service. Like they actually actively encouraged experimentation, provided resources for personal projects, created opportunities for cross-departmental teamwork.
Hmm.
And guess what? Employee engagement and productivity soared.
That's awesome. It's a great example of putting theory into practice.
Exactly.
But a positive culture needs the right leaders to bring it to life.
Right?
Which brings us to our next point, investing in strong leadership.
The report makes it clear that managers have a huge impact on employee engagement. They're the ones who are shaping the day-to-day experiences of their teams.
For sure.
So what kind of leadership styles are most effective?
Well, styles that emphasize open communication, active listening, and supportive relationships. Servant leadership, where the focus is on empowering and developing team members.
And transformational leadership.
Yes, which inspires and motivates people to achieve a shared vision.
So it's about being a coach, a mentor,
Yeah.
a cheerleader, not just a taskmaster.
Exactly. It's about creating a space where people feel safe to take risks, share ideas, and learn from their mistakes. And when employees feel valued and supported,
They're more likely to.
they're more likely to go the extra mile.
Absolutely. And that support should include opportunities for growth and development.
Hmm.
The report is very adamant about prioritizing employee development.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
Think of it like this. If you're constantly learning and expanding your skill set, you're less likely to get bored or feel stagnant.
right.
Providing opportunities for training, mentorship, cross-training can make a big difference.
It shows employees that you're invested in their future,
Exactly.
which fosters loyalty and engagement. It's like a plant. If you want it to thrive, you got to give it the right nutrients.
I like that analogy.
Taste to grow.
And speaking of nurturing growth, let's talk about our last key element, performance management systems.
Performance management.
I know people often groan when they hear that term,
Right.
but the report stresses that it's actually crucial for engagement.
So it's not just about annual reviews and performance rating.
No, no. Effective performance management is about ongoing feedback, clear expectations, and opportunities for improvement. Think regular check-ins, goal-setting frameworks like OKRs.
Objectives and key results.
Right. And personalized development plans.
Mhm.
It's about creating a culture of continuous improvement where feedback is seen as a gift, not a punishment.
So instead of just focusing on what someone did wrong, it's about understanding their strengths, identifying areas where they can grow,
Right.
providing the support they need to succeed.
It's like a compass guiding them towards their full potential.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, big question here. What can we take away from all of this? We've got a disengagement problem on our hands.
We do, but it's not a lost cause. By
Uh,
focusing on building a positive culture, developing strong leaders, prioritizing employee growth, and implementing effective performance management systems, we can create a work environment where people thrive.
It's about shifting from a mindset of control and compliance
Mhm.
to one of empowerment and collaboration. So, to everyone listening out there,
Mhm.
what would it take for you to be truly engaged in your work? What are the things that make you feel valued, motivated, excited to contribute? We've included a link to the full Gallup report in the show notes if you'd like to explore this further. And that's our deep dive for today.